And the least democratic and the most authoritarian leader in Europe, Viktor Orban, who has actually bragged about the fact that he killed Western democracy in Hungary.
So think about this contrast as we talk about the campaign. It says President Biden hosts the NATO summit in Washington. Former President Donald Trump will reportedly meet with Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban in Florida today. It comes less than a week after Orban met with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Moscow and visited with Chinese leader Xi Jinping in China.
I really, Catty K, that's the picture. I mean, that is the picture. Donald Trump, throughout his first term, hated democratically elected leaders, whether it was Britain's democratically elected Theresa May, whether it was Germany's democratically elected leader Angela Merkel, whether it was France's democratically elected leader Macron. And who did he love? Well, he talked about his love letters to North Korea's Kim Jong-un. He talked about how brilliant President Xi was and how much respect he had for President Xi for being able to drop the hammer on billions of people. And of course, Vladimir Putin, we know how much he loves and respects Vladimir Putin. And Orban, a guy who has attacked an independent judiciary in Hungary, a guy who has attacked the press, who has arrested leaders, who has bugged the phones of journalists, on and on and on. And this is Donald Trump's hero in Europe. It's who he says he wants to be like.
Yeah, I had a conversation with a senior European diplomat recently, and I asked him what would be the benefit of Donald Trump being re-elected. And there was a kind of awkward pause, and then a laugh, and then silence. And literally this diplomat said, I can't think of anything. There's a realization that America first means Europe last, except for this weird anomaly of Viktor Orban. And when you look at what Viktor Orban has done in Hungary, particularly when it comes to the judiciary and for the press, freedom of the press and independence of the press, and then you look at what Donald Trump is planning to do with Schedule F and with Project 2025, I know he's distanced himself, but you go through it and it's pretty clear. It actually looks strikingly similar to the kinds of restrictions on the DOJ, on the judiciary in Hungary and on the press in Hungary as well. And it's that limiting of democratic freedoms that we're starting to see play out in the kind of playbook for a Donald Trump second term.
Hey there, MSNBC fans. I'm Luke Russert, and be sure to join me, Rachel Maddow, Jen Psaki, Lawrence O'Donnell, Steve Kornacki, Joy Reid, and many more September 7th in Brooklyn, MSNBC Live Democracy 2024. Click on the link for ticket information. We will see you there.